Archangel Michael says. The bell has already struck in the unseen, and your name glows like fire upon the scroll of the morning. The next 3 minutes are not ordinary minutes, they are a narrow bridge between who you have been and who you are about to become. Heaven has measured your steps with quiet accuracy, noting every choice you made when no one watched. There is a hush in the high places right now, the kind that settles before the first drop of rain touches the thirsty ground. Your breath is a doorway, and with each inhale you gather the courage needed to cross. You were not summoned for spectacle, you were summoned for alignment. This is the moment when scattered pieces rush toward their rightful arrangement. What felt delayed was being prepared to stand without collapsing. The winds that tried to bend you never had permission to break you. Every delay was secretly a rehearsal for a premiere you did not know was yours. In these final moments, the old clock is finishing a cycle that once set your pace. You have already outgrown rooms that once fit you well. The seams tore not because you failed but because you expanded beyond the patterns that kept you small. The evidence of change is already inside your language, your posture, your patience. Watch how certainty rises now, not as noise but as a clear chord in your chest. The fears that shouted are losing their echo, and the future that waited is stepping closer with deliberate calm. You are not late, you are precisely on the threshold. A page is turning, not with a violent tear but with a steady hand. What is written on the next line is bold enough to hold your full weight. You can walk into it without apology. There is a scent of newness around your name. Rooms you have not yet entered are rehearsing your arrival, and people you have not met are feeling the tug to prepare space. You have presence even where your feet have not yet stood. The doors in front of you are not puzzles, they are agreements. They respond to the tone of your commitment. Speak with the voice that knows it is time, and watch as the hinges surrender. You felt the tremor in your life these last few days, that subtle tilt as though reality leaned toward you. That was not imagination, that was alignment gathering momentum. The river of your calling is picking you up. A signature is forming inside you, the definitive yes that cannot be diluted. This is the choice that ends the loop of almosts. When you choose it, the air shifts. The next minutes ask for stillness, not strain. The work now is not to paddle harder but to steep deeper. Your clarity is the vessel that carries you across. You will not be compensated for suffering, you will be established for endurance. The story is not a lottery, it is a lineage. You are stepping into a continuity that recognizes you. Listen to the soft instructions that rise without panic. They come in short lines. Send the message, make the call, return the key, close the tab, open the window. Each small obedience threads itself into a tapestry of relief. I speak to the part of you that saved evidence of your worth even when your world denied it. That archive is about to become your currency. People will recognize in hours what took you years to cultivate. Arrested courage is entering your bones. It is not loud, yet it is immovable. You can smile at storms because you know the shape of your anchor. The ground beneath you is not shifting to throw you off, it is lifting to carry you forward. New elevation always feels like movement. Lean into it like a sail believes the wind. Conversations are lining up where you are not required to plead your case. Your work will speak with such clarity that explanations shrink to a sentence. Doors open quicker when your purpose walks in first. You kept certain promises to your future in seasons when it would have been easier to compromise. That fidelity has accrued interest. It is being released as favor that does not need to be chased. Some endings that confused you were actually exoduses in disguise. The way out did not look majestic, it looked like a locked gate that suddenly felt irrelevant. You were carried through by an invisible current. There is a reunion approaching between your inner conviction and your outer circumstances. They have been writing letters to each other across distance. Today they meet without delay. You are not being rescued from your life, you are being revealed within it. The same hands that lifted you through the night will place you on a platform built for clarity. Your voice will not tremble there. Expect the right kind of attention, the calm attentive gaze that arrives with solution. Not every spotlight burns, some illuminate paths without scorching the traveler. You are stepping into that gentler light. There is a recalibration of time occurring around you. What took months will now take days, and what took days will now take hours. Acceleration without whiplash is the gift being granted. You will notice that pressure becomes precision. Instead of vague burdens, you will feel narrow assignments. This is how destiny removes noise. Certainty is not arrogance, it is accuracy. Wear it like a clean garment. It does not brag, it fits. There is a room where your name just cleared the final check. What was pending is now in motion. The stamp that matters has landed. People who forgot how to pronounce your worth will hear it correctly. The syllables of your purpose return to their true sound. Mislabeling loses its grip. Before the 3 minutes conclude, breathe once for what you release, once for what you receive, once for what you become. That rhythm will follow you through the day. It will keep you tuned to the right frequency. Your past is not qualified to negotiate your next chapter. Experience advises, it does not rule. The crown for today sits on today's head. You did not miss your appointment was waiting for you to arrive awake. Now you are awake. The calendar bows to revelation. There are friendships waiting that do not require shrinking. You will know them by how your shoulders relax in their presence. Mutual calling recognizes itself without envy. Provision is not arriving as random coins but as a structure that sustains. Think systems, not scraps. You are graduating from survival to stewardship. You will recognize a sign today that feels like déjà vu in reverse, as if you wrote it in the future and are seeing it fulfilled now. Smile when it happens. Your spirit will say yes before your mind names it. Let go of rehearsing old battles. You are too fluent in the language of what hurt you. Begin practicing the alphabet of what heals you. There is a new kindness coming for your name. It does not flatter, it frames. It positions you inside work that loves you back. People will ask, quietly, how your presence calms rooms that were once chaotic. You will answer with steady work and unforced grace. Impact will be measured in relief. You are not obligated to repeat patterns that once felt like home. Familiarity is not the same as destiny. Choose the path where your breath deepens. Answers are gathering like birds on a wire, each one holding a thread to the next. When the first lifts, they all lift. Momentum will look like harmony. Learn to bless doors that close with gratitude instead of bitterness. Some were exits disguised as rejections. The map looks different when seen from the end. There is a clear instruction to travel lighter. Put down the stories that defend you to people committed to misunderstanding. Your proof is your path, not their opinion. Spaces that once tolerated you will begin to celebrate you. Where you were a contingency, you become a priority. This is what alignment sounds like when it claps. Do not rehearse scarcity. Rehearse stability. Your nervous system learns what you practice. Today it practices trust that does not tremble. You will see rearrangements that feel sudden to others and overdue to you. This is not chaos, this is correction. The furniture of your life is moving to fit the room you have become. A quiet confidence is the new pace. It does not drag, it glides. You can cross a city with that stride and never run out of breath. Today, the right message arrives in an inbox or a voice finds your number. It will be simple, almost casual. Inside it sits the hinge of a door you have waited to walk through. Your home will feel different, as if the windows learned a new way to receive light. The smallest chores will feel like rituals of welcome. Life is making room for what you asked for. Forgiveness will unhook weights you thought were welded to your ribs. When you release, you rise. When you rise, you see farther with less effort. You are not entering a season of hustle. You are entering a season of harvest. Harvest is hard work, but it is not frantic. It is deliberate, rhythmic, sure. Opportunity will come dressed like responsibility. Say yes with wisdom. The right yoke fits, it does not chafe. You will no longer negotiate your worth by proximity to those who cannot see. Distance is a gift when vision is at stake. Choose the company of clarity. In the next span of hours, your name will be woven into solutions that require your exact shape. You are not interchangeable. You are specific on purpose. Your compassion will sharpen, not soften your boundaries. The heart that loves well must live well. Generosity without wisdom bleeds, generosity with wisdom builds. You will feel a gentle tug to repair one small thing you can repair. Do it without fanfare. Small repairs invite larger restorations. Honor the quiet. The quiet is not emptiness, it is architecture. It holds the lines of what is being built. When you speak today, your words will carry clean authority because they are anchored in truth, not panic. People trust voices that are not auditioning. Your voice is done auditioning. The delay that frustrated you was protecting you from rushed alignment. Now that the pieces fit, the pace picks up. What once felt stuck becomes suddenly simple. You will see evidence that the season of almosts is over. Signs will be ordinary and obvious. You will not need to decode, you will simply recognize. Grace is bringing back the energy you thought you lost. Rest will feel productive because it resets the instrument, not because it fills a scoreboard. From rest, your best work rises. Partnership is on the way that does not carry hidden hooks. You will know it because it nourishes both sides. Healthy agreements leave no bruises. You will be trusted with rooms that expect you to be fully yourself. They did not invite a mask, they invited your measure. Authenticity becomes the strategy that works. The map is unfolding a turn you did not see because the corner was gentle, not sharp. You will come around it and laugh at how natural it felt. Destiny prefers ease to panic. You will not need to manufacture miracles. Your consistency will be miracle enough. The long arc of your faithfulness is about to be seen. Make space on your calendar for what fits your calling, not your fear. Fear fills time with noise. Calling fills time with note. Do not rush to explain what is sacred. Let results be the interpreter. Time speaks fluently when truth is present. The people who spoke lightly of your efforts will become witnesses to your outcomes. You owe them no rebuttal. You owe yourself continuation. You will discover that the right doors do not creak, they swing. The welcome will be obvious. The peace will be immediate. Let your gratitude be specific today. Name the small mercies that carried you here. Specific gratitude magnetizes more to be grateful for. Your instincts are sharpening. Honor them. They have been trained by the long wilderness and the longer watch. They will not lead you into fog. A gentle correction will come to something you planned. Take it without ego. The updated route is faster and safer. Your story is not a cautionary tale, it is a commissioning. You graduate today from survivalist to strategist. You are trusted with more because you can carry more. This is the hour when your inner agreements shift. You will retire vows that kept you small. In their place, new permissions arrive. You will recognize provision in unusual packaging, an introduction, a second glance, a line in a document, a quiet invitation. Say yes where peace says yes. Walk away where peace withdraws. Everything that belongs to you by purpose is on its feet and moving toward you. You are not chasing, you are receiving. There is dignity in this posture. Hold your head like sunrise. You do not beg the sky to turn bright, it simply does. Your life understands the same law. The clock you feared is not your master, it is your witness. It will testify that you crossed when it mattered. It will record the minute the tide turned. A blessing arrives as alignment, not accident. You are not lucky, you are prepared. What meets you recognizes what lives in you. Your courage today is not loud, it is layered. It shows up in quiet refusals and firm yes. It arranges the day around what matters. You will notice an old hesitation fall away like a leaf that has finished its season. The branch is not ashamed to let go. Neither are you. Some people will leave your orbit without conflict. Release them with peace. Their chapter in your story is complete. Expect to be surprised by ease where effort used to snarl. This is recompense for consistency. Labor transforms into fluency. Your laughter returns like a friend who knows the back roads. It will find you while you work. It will find you when you rest. Do not confuse humble with hidden. You are allowed to be seen without shrinking. You are allowed to win without apology. Your gift will carry you into rooms where preparation keeps you. Learn the layout quickly. Serve the room and the room will serve the vision. By nightfall, you will look back and recognize patterns you once missed. The thread will be visible. The story will make a kind of sense that brings relief. Carry this instruction as you step forward: protect your morning, guard your focus, and water what grows. You are a garden with gates. Choose what enters and what leaves. The weight that sits on your shoulders is shifting into a mantle that fits. You are not under it, you are in it. That difference will change how you move. Your yes today will be the hinge on which the next season swings open. Say it clean. Say it once. The blessing that follows you is not fragile. It can handle the road, the weather, the climb. It does not break under honest use. Now, as the final seconds pass, breathe with trust. You are not waiting for permission, you are stepping into promise. It is already yours, and it is finally time. Walk forward with steady feet. Let your hands be light and your words be true. What is unfolding loves you enough to last. You have crossed. What once felt like thunder now feels like music. The sky above your name is clear. The rest of this day will respond to your alignment. Watch how calls return, messages land, faces soften, doors open. You will not need to force what is already granted. Stand tall in the room you enter next. You belong not because you proved it but because you are purposed for it. The room knows. This is your moment to live as if the miracle already began, because it did. Wear peace like clothing. Travel with joy like a passport that never expires. When you rest tonight, you will rest differently. The old ache will not visit with its usual persistence. Recovery is underway at the level you cannot measure but will feel. And if tomorrow asks you to continue, you will answer from a place of fullness, not fear. The cup has a source. You are connected to it without interruption. Your name is safe in heaven's registry. Your path is tracked by grace. Your pace is set by wisdom. Go now. Begin. Become. The door is open and the light is warm. What is meant for you is stepping forward to meet you halfway. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, your next breath is a bridge built of light, and you are already walking across it. The landscape is familiar but the sky is new, and under this sky your name carries a steadier echo. You will notice tiny alignments acting like courteous hands, holding doors a half-second longer so you can glide through without rushing. This is not coincidence, this is choreography. Destiny rehearsed your entrance and now the music has begun. There is a calm velocity gathering in your work. It does not beg for attention, it accumulates results. The right eyes will find you because the right work makes you visible. The long night taught you what your daylight will now require: clarity, boundaries, and the courage to remain soft where it counts. You are not hard to protect yourself, you are precise to preserve yourself. Precision is how tenderness lasts. Today will bring a conversation that quietly upgrades your path. It may start with something simple, an email, a call, a name mentioned twice. Pay attention to the second mention. Repetition is often revelation wearing casual clothes. Consider how you've been preparing without knowing. The books that found you, the skills you practiced, the patience you didn't want to learn, each was a plank in the bridge you are crossing. You did not waste time, you built passage. You are leaving the country of explanation and becoming a citizen of evidence. Evidence does not shout, it shows. Your outcomes will advocate for you with fluent grace. Let the past keep what belongs to it, the lessons, not the labels. Labels grow heavy when worn past their purpose. Step out of them like a coat that no longer fits in spring. There is something you must return today, a thought, a duty, a piece of furniture in your mind that no longer supports your shape. Return it kindly. Make room for the structure that does. You will change rooms by changing rhythms. The rhythm of hurry exits, the rhythm of harmony enters. Harmony moves power at the speed of trust. Archangel Michael says, "The gift that once felt fragile is now forged. It has lived through weather and learned its weight. Carry it to the table, it can handle the negotiation." There is a corridor in this day where the lights flick on as you walk. That is how you will know you're on the appointed path. Do not ask for the end from the beginning, request the next step and honor it fully. Someone who misunderstood you will meet your clarity and bow without words. You do not need apologies to proceed, but sometimes they arrive as proof that the air has cleared. Receive them without rehearsing old storms. You will find yourself finishing tasks with a new economy, less drag, less noise, more done. Efficiency is the kindness you show your own future. Kindness compounds. This change is an unveiling, not a costume change. You are not becoming someone else, you are letting the true outline of your calling be seen. Let it be seen without flinching. When the offer comes, weigh it by peace and stretch, not by fear and flattery. Peace tells you whether the soil fits your root. Stretch tells you whether the tree in you can grow. A door that once denied you will recognize you because you arrive as a solution, not a petition. Solutions rarely wait in line. They are escorted in. Notice how your language sharpens into clean verbs: build, write, heal, ship, lead. Nouns gather around verbs like loyal friends. Let action carry the weight while titles follow. There is a blessing. You are graduating from searching for permission to practicing stewardship. Stewardship keeps what permission opens. It is daily, honest, and quietly brave. You will feel the tug to organize your environment, desk, inbox, calendar, kitchen. This is not busy work, it is pre-flight. Order is what allows expansion to be safe. The inner critic will attempt one last performance today. Treat it like a weather forecast that forgot the window. Look outside, your sky says otherwise. You are allowed to enjoy the good that is arriving. Pleasure is not betrayal of your struggle, it is the reward of your resilience. Let joy be loud enough to hear yourself heal. Archangel Michael says, "The signal is green even if the street is new." Trust the training that made you careful and the faith that keeps you moving. Careful and moving is the balance. Mentors will appear who feel like memory and map at once. They will not speak in riddles, they will give you sentences that open to paragraphs when you act. Act, and watch the paragraphs write themselves. There is a letter with your name on it that changes the weight of your week. It might be digital, it might be paper, but either way it carries a shift in numbers or names. Read it twice, first with relief, then with strategy. Protect the first hour after you wake and the last hour before you sleep. Those two shores keep your day from drowning. Build rituals that hold your edges strong. Learn to say no without giving a biography. Boundaries do not require footnotes. A simple no preserves energy for your precise yes. What felt like a wall will reveal its hinge when you push at the right point. Stop ramming the middle. Look for the seam. Wisdom is often a small offset. Your creativity will stop auditioning and start assigning. It has seen enough rooms to know where it belongs. Let it choose its stage with confidence. Today, you will remember a promise you made to yourself long ago, quiet, private, fiercely tender. Keep it. Keeping it is the code that unlocks the next level of trust with your own soul. You are becoming the kind of person who can't be bought out of their purpose. Favor may pay you, but it will not own you. Ownership belongs to calling. Let your calendar tell the truth about your priorities. If it doesn't yet, adjust the appointments until it does. Honesty at the level of time is where freedom grows. You will be surprised by how often the simplest action moves the largest rock. A call returned. A draft sent. A habit begun at a humble scale. If a door does not open, do not set yourself on fire to heat a room that rejects your warmth. Step toward rooms that hold heat with you, not against you. Mutual warmth is sustainable. You will notice new respect arriving, not theatrical, not forced, but grounded. It sounds like people listening without interrupting. It feels like the table making space without you shrinking. Celebrate small accuracy as if it were a crown. Every accurate action is a thrown leg. Thrones are built one leg at a time. When grief rises unexpectedly, greet it like weather that keeps the land honest. Let it rain without drowning. After it passes, the air will be clearer. You are not losing your edge by becoming peaceful. Peace is the sharpest blade. It cuts through panic without leaving ragged edges. An opportunity will come that seems beneath your capacity but above your current reach. Take it if it builds the muscle you will need for the higher floor. Muscle before medals. There is a city in you, streets of gifts, buildings of values, parks of rest. Be its wise mayor. Approve what strengthens it, veto what vandalizes it. In a meeting, you will decide to speak once instead of 5 times. Your one sentence will do more than the old paragraph. Power respects restraint. A habit that once mastered you will loosen its grip because you have outgrown the story that fed it. Replace it with a practice that honors the person you are becoming. Substitute, don't just subtract. The right people do not fear your growth, they invest in it. You will know them by their questions: curious, generous, non-possessive. Keep them near without clinging. When fatigue taps your shoulder, answer with rhythm, not guilt. Rest deliberately, then return. You are not a machine, you are a river with seasons. A number in your life will change: balance, metric, milestone. It will change because of months of invisible faithfulness that finally gather into visibility. Numbers are slow to trust, they come when invited by consistency. Carry a sentence with you today: I don't chase, I align. Say it under your breath when anxiety paces. Alignment walks while anxiety runs in circles. If someone tries to pull you into their storm, remind yourself that you are a forecast of calm. You do not need to inherit their weather. Offer shelter or step aside. Your presence will begin to negotiate on your behalf before you speak. That's what happens when congruence is your clothing. People sense that what you say and what you are match. You'll sense a call to simplify a corner of your life, a subscription, a cluttered shelf, a recurring obligation. Simplify it and feel the rush of clean air. Space is also provision. A sign of maturity, you will no longer convert every discomfort into a story about failure. Some discomforts are just stretching. Stretching is success in progress. You once asked for a table, now you are being asked to build one. Use wood that can hold both feast and famine. The table you build today will host answers tomorrow. A timeline you feared is being rewritten in your favor. You were counting by panic, heaven counts by purpose. Purpose keeps better time. Protect your curiosity, it is the compass that keeps the journey interesting. When boredom knocks, feed it a new question. Rooms open for people who ask what they can build, not what they can escape. There is a friendship becoming family and a network becoming a net. You will feel held without feeling trapped. That is the right balance. When you sign something, literal or symbolic, sign with wholeness. Partial signatures bind in crooked ways. Whole signatures keep contracts honest. An old nickname will fall away because your size has changed. Names that once kept you cute now keep you cramped. Choose a name that fits the room you carry. You are stepping into a life where your weekends don't have to recover from your weekdays. This is not laziness, this is literacy in living. Literacy reads limits and honors them. Your generosity will mature from impulse to infrastructure. Instead of sporadic sparks, you build steady light. Steady light heals more homes. When the mirror offers criticism, adjust the distance. Stand closer for kindness, farther for perspective. Both views are true, together, they're wisdom. There is a document you've been avoiding. Open it. Inside is not a monster, it's a map with one confusing bend. You can navigate a single bend. You will feel safer in your own presence than you ever have. That safety is the platform for boldness that does not bully. From that platform, you'll make braver, kinder choices. If nostalgia tempts you to go back, let memory be a museum, not a house. Visit without moving in. Your home is forward. The next idea will arrive while you are doing something ordinary, washing a cup, tying a shoe, waiting at a light. Write it down quickly. Ordinary moments are secret couriers. Do not dismiss how far you've come because the road still continues. Roads are supposed to continue. Celebrate mile markers without mistaking them for mountains. A younger version of you will feel seen today. Maybe you keep a small promise she or he begged you not to break. Say out loud, "I kept it." Let that sentence hug your history. If opportunity asks you to bend your values, it's not opportunity, it's appetite in a costume. Feed your soul, not your fear. The right doors don't demand your integrity as a toll. Expect a nudge to learn one new skill with unreasonable focus for 30 days. That skill is a lever. Small levers move big doors. You will be moved by a kindness from a stranger. Let it recalibrate the way you give. Strangers taught you much of your courage. Honor them by being that stranger to someone else. A phrase you will retire, "I'm just lucky." Replace it with, "I am trusted." Trust explains your access better than luck. Trust also asks you to show up prepared. Take one picture today, not for the internet, for the archive. You are documenting a before that will soon look like a different lifetime. Memory appreciates a good photograph. A threshold you cross will not announce itself. Only later will you realize, that was the moment. Practice noticing while it happens so gratitude can attend in real time. Your pace will confuse people who equate noise with progress. Let them be confused. Quiet is the sound your destiny makes when it is fully funded. If you must choose between being understood and being aligned, choose alignment. Understanding will catch up. Alignment moves at the speed of purpose. You will look at an old fear and see it for what it was, a shadow thrown by a small thing close to the light. Move the light, move the shadow. Then walk through. Your home will learn a new silence, the kind that means peace has made itself at home. Keep it with gentle routines, water the plant, fold the blanket, open the window. Rituals teach rooms how to treat you. A number of days from now, someone will say, "You've changed." Smile and answer, "I've become more myself." Becoming is the best kind of change. The 3 minutes stretched into a day, and the day is stretching into a season. You did not miss the moment. You multiplied it. Multiplication is what happens when readiness meets appointment. Carry this continuation like a key that also knows how to be a compass. Keys open, compasses aim. Today, you need both, and today, you have both. Walk on. The road is listening. And under this listening sky, your name keeps its bright, steady echo. Archangel Michael says, "Your steps are writing fresh lines on roads that once refused your footprint. The ground remembers strength when it feels it twice. Today it feels your strength without tremor. You are learning the quiet ceremony of arrival. Arrival does not shout, it breathes and takes its seat. You are seated where endurance earns respect. The hour favors those who turn intention into calendar entries. Your commitments belong on pages, not only in hopes. Pages are where momentum learns to walk. You will hold one idea long enough for it to ripen. Ripening requires patience and sunlight, not constant rearrangement. You are giving it both like a careful gardener. An older fear tries to dress itself in new language, yet its posture exposes it. You recognize the slouch and decline the invitation. Courage stands taller without noise. You are no longer searching for a stage that tolerates you. You are building a platform that is sized to your service. Service is the architecture that lasts. A new rhythm beats in your work like a clean metronome. Consistency aligns your hands and your hours. The song of your purpose gets easier to play. Honor the threshold by traveling light. Release trophies that turned into anchors. Keep lessons that turned into wings. Your voice will choose clarity over charm. Clarity respects the listener and the speaker at once. Charm without clarity dissolves under heat. A document will reach your eyes that validates months of unseen labor. The validation is not the point, yet it warms the road. Warm roads invite smoother travel. You are learning to receive help without debt in your bones. Gratitude replaces guilt as your default response. Gratitude breathes freely while guilt holds its breath. Where you once negotiated for crumbs, you now steward loaves. Stewardship slices with wisdom and stores with foresight. No peace molds in forgotten corners. Peace scales your influence more than pressure ever did. Pressure burns fast and leaves smoke. Peace builds slow and leaves shelter. Your calendar will reflect a firmer insistence on energy that returns itself. Meetings that drain without purpose will quietly fade. Gatherings that multiply purpose will expand. A habit will mature into a ritual, and the ritual will become a doorway. Doorways appear when repetition learns reverence. Reverence dignifies even the smallest task. You will mark this day by 2 victories that look like decisions. One is a consent to growth. The other is a refusal of shrinkage. Archangel Michael says, someone's private misreading of you no longer touches your public pace. You bless the distance that honesty creates. Distance keeps truth breathable. You are designing boundaries like architecture, not fences like fear. Architecture invites and shelters. Fear repels and rattles. There is a letter inside your chest that finally wants to be mailed. Its address has been correct for years. Today the stamp lands and the sending begins. Your attention is the currency that creates. You spend it on the right blueprint and watch rooms appear. Rooms built by attention are always furnished by purpose. You are replacing dramatics with depth. Depth speaks in steady tones and long chords. The world leans in when depth plays. A door that used to require knocking now slides open by presence alone. Presence carries authorization that signatures cannot fake. Authorization recognizes congruence like a key recognizes a lock. Your generosity becomes structured enough to outlast moods. Structure makes kindness a system. Systems sustain what sparks begin. Work that once tasted of striving now tastes of strength. Strength has a flavor that nourishes without numbing. You will know it by the way your body rests at night. You will simplify a corner of your life and feel taller. Clutter bows when clarity enters. Height returns when weight leaves. People will test your new boundaries to confirm their reality. Boundaries pass tests by holding calmly. Calm conviction cannot be argued out of itself. You are moving from surviving opportunities to selecting assignments. Assignments fit like tailored clothing. Tailored clothing never asks you to walk crooked. The words you write today will mature into introductions months from now. Introductions birthed by words link the right hands at the right time. You will watch those hands build something that lasts. A new habit of finishing will replace the old habit of starting. Finishing teaches trust to your future self. Trust becomes a reservoir you can draw from on demand. You will notice your name spoken in rooms you did not enter. Your integrity traveled ahead and saving you a seat. Seats reserved by integrity cannot be stolen. Emotion and wisdom are learning to dance without stepping on each other. Emotion provides color and courage. Wisdom provides steps and sequence. You will hold a silence that speaks louder than arguments. Silence held with honor resets the atmosphere. The atmosphere will remember who taught it calm. Your patience is now strategic, not passive. Strategic patience times the harvest with the weather. Passive patience waits while fruit overripens or rots. You are locating joy in the craft, not only in the outcome. Craft is an altar worthy of attention. Outcomes visit those who serve the altar well. A small pivot today prevents a large detour tomorrow. Pivots look unimpressive from the outside. The map knows better and thanks you in advance. You will identify a story you no longer tell. Retiring it frees the space where a truer story grows. Growth prefers rooms without echoing ghosts. Your courage has a new discipline to it. It arrives on time and carries a plan. It leaves without making a scene. You will bless your name aloud in a room with no one listening. Blessing trains the walls to reflect truth. Echoes adjust when the source changes. Work will meet wonder in a way that feels sustainable. Wonder keeps the work awake. Work gives wonder a body. An old gatekeeper runs out of keys when you stop waiting at their gate. You built a door while they rehearsed refusals. Your door opens because you made it. The table you host will feed people who feed people. Multiplication chooses tables with honest wood. Your wood is honest and your table is strong. You will find a sentence that becomes a tool. Tools sit in your pocket and work on command. This one will tighten loose ends without stripping the thread. A distraction that once dazzled will lose its shine. You will walk past it with soft certainty. Soft certainty is granite inside velvet. Your yes grows roots before branches. Roots drink first. Branches arrive when the ground says so. You are allowing grief to teach tenderness without stealing momentum. Loss becomes a tutor, not a tyrant. Tutored hearts lead with empathy that does not leak. A single courageous call collapses a month of anxiety. Courage spends 10 minutes to buy back 30 days. Your minutes are wealthy when courage is present. You will stop performing relief for people who fear their own peace. You will offer peace once and keep moving. Peace respects itself by not begging. Your influence will prefer whispers over microphones. Whispers require proximity and trust. Trust builds kingdoms that loud cannot keep. You will read something twice and understand it for the first time. Understanding arrives when pressure leaves the eyes. Pressure has been dismissed. Your hands will learn the weight of new tools that fit your season. Old tools hang like trophies instead of anchors. You honor them and reach for what works now. A simple walk will reset decisions that felt heavy. Movement instructs the mind to loosen its fist. Loosened minds remember options. You will see a face that used to trigger panic and feel nothing but clear air. Clear air is the sign of completed healing. Completed healing stops charging rent. Archangel Michael says, "The map rolled itself open while you rested. You wake to lines you can follow without squinting. The compass inside you points steady north. A practice of reflection enters your evenings like a kind teacher. Reflection catches lessons before they slip. Caught lessons stay and serve. You will gift yourself the dignity of a schedule that honors your body. Your body has been faithful to your calling. Your schedule learns to return the favor. You are building a future where abundance and boundaries occupy the same room. Abundance fills the table. Boundaries keep the door aligned to the hinge. Your name carries warmth into cold spaces. Warmth is not weakness, it is whether the heart trusts. Trust changes the room before any words arrive. A quiet promotion happens inside your own estimation of your ability. Self-respect reassigns you to higher work. Higher work answers by showing up. The bridge between vision and provision is precision. Precision writes the invoice and the instructions. Both documents return signed. You are noticing that the right alliances feel like relief. Relief is not laziness, it is the absence of friction where fit is true. True fit multiplies energy. Your inner climate stabilizes and your outer climate begins to cooperate. Cooperation is not magic, it is resonance. Resonance is what happens when integrity hums. You will pass a test by refusing to sit the exam. The test measured neediness. You measured sufficiency. Sufficiency declines bait without bitterness. The stability arriving does not owe itself to chance. It owes itself to the long string of small correct choices. Small correct choices are quiet bricks. A threshold in your finances responds to structure more than bitterness. The stability arriving does not owe itself to chance. It owes itself to the long string of small correct choices. Small correct choices are quiet bricks. A threshold in your finances responds to structure more than hustle. Structure tells currency where to live and how to behave. Currency respects homes with rules. Your laughter will carry medicine to rooms you never visited before. Medicine does not always taste bitter. Sometimes it sounds like joy at the right volume. You will revisit an early dream and realize it was a seed for something larger. Seeds rarely resemble trees. Trees always remember their seeds. A measure of favor lands on your name in regions you have not traveled. Favor scouts before your feet do. Your steps will follow the scout's report. Your evenings will start to look like beginnings rather than endings. Endings were a habit, beginnings become your culture. Cultures raise futures. You will handle a delicate matter with firmness wrapped in gentleness. Gentleness gives firmness permission to be heard. The matter resolves without residue. Your ideas stop asking for applause and start asking for assignments. Assignments introduce them to timelines and tools. Tools make ideas proud. There is a person who once underestimated you who now must upgrade their vocabulary. Upgrades take time and humility. You will not wait for it to proceed. You move from proving to providing. Providing offers value without audition. Rooms change shape when provision enters. Your mornings greet you with enough light to find what you need. Enough is abundance with discernment. Discernment allocates abundance to purpose. The project that lingered begins to land. Landing requires gear lowered and eyes steady. You are steady and the gear is down. You will feel okay choosing the slow path where speed would shatter the kiln. Kilns protect the clay while heat does its work. Your vessel matters more than the rush. An apology to yourself will sound like, "I see you, and I will not abandon you again." That sentence seals old leaks. Sealed vessels carry more without spilling. You will become a student again in one corner of your life and feel joy at the humility. Humility opens windows that pride paints shut. Fresh air enters where paint once suffocated. An invitation arrives with clean edges and clear terms. Clean edges mean honest expectations. Honest expectations bless both sides of the table. Your courage begins to taste like ease rather than strain. Ease is not the absence of effort, it is effort without self-betrayal. You refuse self-betrayal and gain pace. You will catalog your wins without minimizing them. Minimization used to masquerade as modesty. Modesty remains while minimization vacates. Your heart grows fluent in goodbye where goodbye is needed. Goodbyes spoken with honor keep futures bright. Futures darken when clinging overrules clarity. A moment of wonder interrupts your routine and gives you back your first love for the work. First love remembers why it began. Remembered why multiplies how. You gather your tools at day's end like a craftsperson who trusts tomorrow. Trust lays the tools down without fear of theft. Tomorrow is trustworthy because you are. Close this segment with the certainty that continuation is guaranteed. Continuation is the covenant between calling and time. Time keeps its promise when calling keeps its posture.